the imminent danger facing the country's jumbos. Armed rogues roaming the Kenyan wild, hunting for ivory. Behind them, death and destruction whose magnitude has been immense.
And therefore, I can assure you that there is moral support, in some instances even financial support, and to a great extent, the creation of awareness, particularly in the Far East countries, that elephants, trophies, and tusks should remain for the elephants.
The poaching menace is especially bad in private ranches and conservancies, according to the government, where about 1,400 elephants have been killed, while 345 jumbos were felled in parks protected by KWS over the last 7 years. But the government says it is not sitting on its laurels, as has been alleged by some conservation groups.
The government has constituted an interministerial committee to scrutinize and oversee operations in Kenya Wildlife Service for the next 3 months with a view of identifying challenges in the service and undertake remedial actions. The committee is comprised of officers from National Treasury, Environment, Water and Natural Resources, Ministry of Planning and Devolution, Interior and National Coordination.
And that's not all.
Further to these, consultations between the Ministry of Environment, Water and Natural Resources and Kenya Wildlife Service, both field and headquarters, officers have been held. We came up with a raft of measures to be undertaken to revamp Kenya Wildlife Service for the next 3 months to ensure that we mitigate and bring poaching to a stop.
Skeptics have argued that the government is fully aware about what it needs to do. Some have argued that the government needs a reliable intelligence unit that will help tame the appetites of the rogue ivory hunters.
We intend to restructure and overhaul the intelligence unit of Kenya Wildlife Service. Intelligence is very, very crucial and very, very critical. It's the ingredient of really solving some of the problems we are facing today. And therefore, we intend to have a senior officer from National Intelligence Service to come and provide advice on how to revamp and restructure the intelligence units of Kenya Wildlife Service to help us in combating poaching.
Yesterday, KWS sent on compulsory leave 6 of its officers to pave way for investigations into operations at the institution. There have been serious concerns that some security officers in KWS parks as well as private ranches could be colluding with poachers.
Ni lazima tuhakikishe kwamba hao majangili pia na wao hawatatembea katika hifadhi zetu. Tunasema kwamba tuna task force ambayo inamaliza ripoti yake mwezi ujao, na tutahakikisha kwamba hiyo ripoti ikifika tutakuwa na jopo la wizara zetu tofauti ambayo itahakikisha kwamba yale ambayo yamewekwa katika ripoti hiyo yatatekelezwa.
At the Convention of the International Trade in Endangered Species, Kenya was identified as one of the 8 countries of concern with respect to illegal trade in ivory and directed to put in place actions aimed at reducing the illegal trade. Anne Mawathe, Citizen Weekend.